My name is Phil Isenberg. I live in Durham. And my question's mostly addressed to Mr. Brackett and Mr. Kach, but I wouldn't mind hearing what the rest of you would respond to this as well. The current school board has been judged to have been broken the law for the manner in which it failed to communicate its policies and deliberations to the public. I have sort of two related questions. First, for Misters Kach and Brackett, as a member of that school board, do you acknowledge that that board broke the law? And secondly, for pretty much everybody, if you are elected to the board, what changes would you like to see to ensure that this illegal action does not continue?
So we'll start with Jim, and everyone will get a chance to respond to that question.
You understand? Something you should realize is that both of these cases are still live, and I probably shouldn't comment on them. Simple as that. The plaintiff has appealed the judgment he won, and when the judges come with their decision, we requested an expedited decision, but it has not yet been forthcoming. And when it comes, when the judge makes a final decision, we should be happy to explain it.
Thank you, Jim. Henry?
Well, the judge made an error, I think, and I'm not a judge, I'm not a lawyer, but she cited a case law that we violated that came after the time then we supposedly had done this violation. So that's an issue. But the court cases are still alive. There's, David's made an appeal on the first one, and that's lengthened the decision out. And on the second one, the court has not made a ruling yet. And the reason we did some of the things we did was because we were getting we had an attorney that gave us permission to do what we did. And we had a big confidentiality agreement with the past superintendent, so we couldn't do certain things. And like I say, the case is still alive, so can't go any further than that.
Thank you, Henry. Maria?
Excuse me, would either of you like to comment?
I'm
would
sorry.
either like to comment about the second part of the question, what you would change if reelected to ensure that the illegalities do not continue?
Hire a better lawyer.
Henry?
No, in all seriousness, that was a bit of levity. We followed the directions of our consultant. We followed the directions of the New Hampshire School Board Association. We followed our own attorney's advice, and we're still wrong. So what would I do? I would do my best to maintain the current standards which have been set for this board, which no other board has been held to. That's what I do.
Henry?
Well, right on what Jim just said, past boards have violated the right to know. They just haven't been called on the carpet. And I think that the two cases that we're involved with, they are cases that there were honest mistakes made. We're negotiating with a superintendent mutually to extrapolate him from this contract. And there's a confidentiality agreement signed by both sides, us and him. And we did not know the process to go forward choosing a new superintendent, which was the interim superintendent we chose. But when we got to a certain point and we understood what we're going to do, we did make everything public. We had public meetings and did a selective, we put together a search committee of administrators along with school board and made a decision on the interim superintendent.